However, I want to be real here, and I want to tell you why I've been chasing this word for so long. So, 20 years ago, I worked in a work environment that can only be described as soul-destroying. I am not saying that for hyperbolic effect. It was one of the most toxic workplaces ever. And to be clear, the people in this workplace made it very obvious that I was not welcome there. And they did some pretty awful stuff to make sure that I knew this. One example is I'd bring my lunch to work, turkey sandwich, nothing special, and I'd put it into the break room fridge. That was the cue for my colleague to run to the break room fridge, pull my sandwich out of my lunch bag, step on it, literally step on it so I could see the footprint in the bread. These were adults, y'all. And then they would put it back in my lunch bag. That and other cartoonish atrocities took place over the span of about 18 months, and I ended up falling to a very deep depression. I want to be super clear. I'm not saying this word euphemistically, like I was sad. I wasn't sad. Clinically depressed. And I know in an audience of 13,000 plus nurses that someone in this room can relate to what it's like to experience clinical depression. And one morning, while going to this incredibly toxic job, I said, I'm done. I'm done. And Magnet and Pathway nurses, I wish I could say that I was done with the job. Unfortunately, it was far darker than that. I made a decision while going to this incredibly toxic job that I was going to take my own life. Sorry, y'all. I share the story a lot. It's interesting because I think Robin said this during her talk. Like, the body keeps the score, as the book says. So whenever I bring this up, it just you feel those feelings. And I'm going to be as real as possible with this. To explain what this was like, I live in Los Angeles, and while driving down the 405 freeway in Los Angeles, I attempted to drive my car off the overpass in an attempt to make it look like an accident. And for reasons that I'm not quite clear on, but super grateful for, the guardrail held, I came back into incoming traffic, and I spent the better part of the past 20 years trying to unpack what happened in that moment, but more importantly, I have dedicated the rest of my natural life to make sure that no one in this beautiful country of ours or anywhere in the world has to deal with that level of toxicity in the workplace ever again. That's what I'm fighting for, y'all. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! It's time! And I'm going to talk to you about how we get there.